We've got produce to store away, we've got milk to transport, we've got trees to fell. Dusty and I both have our tractor issues. There's so much going on. Let's get going. Good morning, hello and welcome back everyone. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We are in April and it's nearly 7 o'clock in the morning, £122,000 in the bank. I've got a fairly busy day today. Dusty's got his own jobs to do, but the first thing I'm going to do is pick up the truck, which is over yonder. But I just want to head over to field 64, I think it is, or perhaps 63, just to see what's in there in terms of crops. Our grass meadows are slowly coming back through, so I reckon we'll have our first mow maybe the end of April, but probably more likely May, and that's great, so we can get some more grass operation underway. Let's just have a quick look over here. Yeah, this is all looking good as well. I'm really happy with that. We put some fertilizer in, so this should give us a real lush, rich grass this time round. So this field just in front of me here is field 91, and then just to the right hand side we've got field 92. If I just amble myself along this hedge line, then we come down to field 63, and that isn't a field that we own, but I am possibly thinking about buying it. So this silver birch here on the right hand side is my boundary line, so somewhere around here there's a little gap in the hedge. Just squeeze through here, there we go. Let's have a look at what she's got on here then. So it's Muriel's land and she's got oats, which might be perfect because that means that we can sell the crop, and more importantly for us, we'll end up getting a whole raft of straw out of it, which means we won't have to keep buying the stuff for the animals. So that's something I will have a look at later on. I've got to head into town with the truck and the low loader. I'm going to drop Dusty off in the forest because he's going to fell some more trees. Today is pretty much a maintenance day. April's kind of like that, although saying that I do need to give this field here a bit of a spray, give it our second stage of fertilizer. I think that can wait till later on though, there's no urgency for that. That's all cotton in there. I think this little field is actually going to give us quite a lot of payback when we finally come to bringing the crop in. So I'll just go check where Dusty is before I go pick up the truck over there. I think he's dealing with the cows. Then we can jump in the truck and head down. Oh, there you are, Dusty. Morning. What's up?
Damn, YouTube guy. We are full. We can't fit any more in here. We're at a critical point with our slurry. You and I have better find a solution for this right now.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't know what to do about it. Should we just go and buy an extra tank?
I'm wondering if we could hire one just for a couple of months. Thing is, we pretty much spent all our cash. There is one thing we could do.
Well, go on then, spit it out what you're thinking, Dust.
We could sell the combine.
Oh, not the Black Beauty, my Fendt combine. I love that.
Yeah, but we ain't used it yet, YouTube guy. We don't even have any crops in that need a combine. It was a total reckless purchase, and now it's biting us in the ass.
Yeah, but we're going to need it at some point. So if we sell it, we're going to make less money on it. So we lose money straight away. Ultimately, we are going to have to buy one. So why don't we just keep hold of it and think of it as a long-term investment? We must be able to make enough money from somewhere to be able to buy a tank just for a bit of extra storage.
Yeah, I dunno, computer guy. We're running pretty low on cash now. Gotta wait for our productions to really come in. We could sell off a bit of milk. I reckon we got about 100K set there. Stick a load in down at the dairy, keep the cheese going, and then maybe sell off the rest. Then we can pick up a tank.
Yeah, it's not ideal though, Dusty, but yeah, I suppose if we've got to, we're going to have to start making some savings somewhere. I know it was a bad mistake buying the combine, but at the time, we had about 4 million in the bank. I never thought we'd get to this stage 6 months down the line.
Yeah, I ain't blaming you, YouTube guy. I just think that we went at it a bit too fast. A bit like a bull in a china shop. We both got a bit spend happy, and now we're paying the price.
Well, I've got to say, Dusty's right in many respects. But I don't agree with selling the combine. We were just going to lose money on that straight away. Hand over fist. There's no point in that. I don't see the point. So maybe have a look at what we've got in stock, see what we can sell. And actually, that's a major part of the work I've got to do today. That is gathering up all our various pallets, all our produce from all over the place, and getting everything collated and itinerized so that we know exactly what we've got. Feels like it's been a while since I've been in the cab. I haven't driven the truck for a long time. Let's get the engine going. Dusty's just going to go pick up the JCB because I'm going to drop him off in the forest for a bit of forestry work. But the first thing I need to do is go pick up this low loader. So I'll get this all hitched on and then we'll head over. There she comes in the mirrors there. About there.
Computer guy worries too much about the finances. We just gotta make sure we don't make any big expenditures. Everything else will come along nicely.
Well, Dusty is just strapping everything on. He's going to do the driving. He really hates it when I drive. And to be fair, I'm very happy just being a cool, calm and collected passenger while I gather my thoughts on the plan for this month. Just while Dusty is getting the JCB off the back of the low loader, I just want to have a look at these fields. We came across these previously. Looks like it's quite muddy around here, I must admit. But if we are working our land here, it might make sense to pick up a field like this. I don't think this is going to be crazy expensive. I don't know how much Muriel's field is going to be. When we get down to Town Hall, we'll see. I know it's for sale, but I haven't seen any prices anywhere. There's also this one here, which obviously has been left to a bit of rack and ruin, so I need to find out who owns both of these two fields. Perhaps there's a deal to be done. Right, are you going to be okay here, Dusty? I'm just going to shoot off into town. I've got a whole load of stuff I need to do, moving pallets, checking out prices of fields. I'm going to leave you here for a couple of hours to fell these trees. I'll come back with the low loader later on.
Yeah, I'll be okay, YouTube guy. I got plenty to get on with down here. I'll see you later on. Give me a call on my cell if you need me.
Yeah, okay, will do. Catch you later. My first port of call is back down to our greenhouses because I want to pick up our lovely new Massey Ferguson with the front loader, stick the pallet fork on the front, then I'm going to load that on the back here and I can take it around wherever I need to help me load pallets on. Then I'm going to have to take everything back to the farm to store them till we need to sell. And while I'm back at my favouriteest place in the world, look at these vines. Oh, they're already coming on. Look at the leaves. This is fantastic. Now, I have been reminded by an eagle-eyed fan that we do need to think about getting ourselves a subsoiler. And there was something else as well. I'll have to check back on the comments. But they're absolutely correct. We do need to make sure we got all the equipment we need once we've done all our harvesting. for now, as you can see, I've already started to move things around, so let's jump on board and get the job underway.
Well, that's one big-ass tree. That's the first one down. I reckon I'll get 3 or 4 down before the YouTube guy gets back. Gotta take these branches off, get it cut up into lengths, get it down to the sawmill. Yeah, I do love forestry.
I moved the trailer up just because it's on a flatter surface and it makes sense if we're trying to move everything from over here. I'm going to take this easy because I've got 2 stacked up and they are a bit wobbly. There we go. Right, let's get all this loaded on and then hopefully we can go and pick up some other stuff. First one on, drop that down, reverse out carefully. Yes, there we go. Right, let's just pick my forks up so they don't whack on the way down. Reverse, reverse. And I think, yes, I'm underway. Good job. Now, there is an awful lot of stuff in here. Look at these pallets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The greenhouse is whacking out produce. Absolutely love it. Annoyingly, though, all of these pallets are kind of the wrong way around. Let's see if I can get in on the side. I should be able to, as long as I get the forks in the right position. Kind of hard to see what I'm doing. Yeah, the bonnet is just in the way. I think I'm about there. I'm just going to edge in. Yeah, I think I've caught it. Gently. There we go. Okay, lift. Oh, I've caught both of them. That's not what I intended to do, but that is a bit of a Brucey bonus there. Carefully back out and get these on the back of the trailer, hopefully without dropping the strawberries. Right, this is the bit we need to be careful about. Let's make sure my forks are up, and I'm going to take this super carefully. First gear, low ratio, just creep up the ramp. Oh wow, we are up high. But we're up. Brilliant. Back for the strawberries. I just want to see whether that was... Yes, it is actually possible. It wasn't just a fluke on my part first time around. I can actually pick up 2 pallets in one go. And we're up. Yes. Wow. Tipped over there. I think that just highlights the point that I was making last time around, that the weight on the back isn't quite man enough. I think I'm going to have to upgrade 600 kilos, I think it is. I think we're going to need at least 700. Let me just see if I can get these on the top. Yes, just about there, I think. Much easier with an actual forklift, I must admit. Right, I'm out. Right, using my mirrors to carefully come down the ramps. There we go. Okay, I've got everything on. That's everything loaded in. I'm just going to strap these bad boys on, make sure they're not going to go anywhere. There we go. If I can get one more off the end there like that, I think that's okay. So, I'm happy with that. Tidy enough as it is. Next thing I want to do is actually get the tractor onto the back of the flatbed here. And we're going to head over and see how much cheese and butter we've got, because all of this food here is going to go back to the farm and into our cold storage near the farmhouse. So edging back here, I may have to take a couple of passes at this. Right, I'm on. Am I on? Just. Goodness me, I think I am very close. No, I think... Yeah, I've missed. I've got up, but I need to redo that. Let me just get my forks completely out of the way. Come forward. That should do it. Have a look around. There we go. Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Yes, I think we're there. Okay, I'm happy with that. We're on. Strap her on. And then we can move on to the next part of the job. Right, got to swing round on this sharp, tight turn here. Almost over the curb. There we go. And turn left, and then we'll be at the dairy ever so shortly. Right turning here. And then into the dairy. I wonder how much is there. There was an awful lot there last time, Dusty was saying when he was in. Let's just get over the bump here, onto the curb. How much have we got? Oh yeah, there is a fair whack. God, been busy. It can take me a little while to get all this loaded, but it's a job worth doing. Before I get this on, I'm just going to check something. Let me just get the tractor around into position. And there we go, that'll do. Bosh. I just wanted to quickly check exactly where we are with our various stock checks. Yeah, there's nothing that is due anytime soon. April, nothing in May. June is kind of the first thing. I know there's one in May here, which is wool. So that's something to be aware of. Although for some reason, we're not producing as much wool as I thought we would. I'll get into that with you later on, but for now, yes, May, June, July, it's very much the end of the year, so I don't think we need to worry about picking up stuff that we're going to need to sell soon. We'll get it all in the storage, ready for later in the year. I might as well start by picking up these first two. They're already nicely stacked. Oh, just hit the edge. Let me just back up a bit. It's very hard to see. This is the problem. No, I am in. Just checking. There we go. Let's just pick that up, come back. Problem is I don't know how heavy this is. This is really going to test the weight. No. I think I'm in the air. I am. Yes, I definitely can't pick up two. That's such an annoying shame, that is. Right, I've just swapped over, picked up the one on the top. That's okay. So yeah, these boxes of butter are really quite heavy. Well, I suppose you'd expect it to be. Butter is quite heavy. I'll slowly get myself up onto the ramp. Got to think about where I'm going in terms of placing this. See, look, I'm tipping again. I'm going to have to go change the weight. It's just not working. Cheers guys, thank you very much. Right, I've just had a word with the chaps inside. They're going to load on the back of the trailer with the little forklift they've got inside. I'm going to pop down to the store, change up this weight because it's no good. We said last time it's just a bit too light. We are lifting things that's just a bit too heavy, so I'm going to do that now. Oh, let me get my hazards on. Hazards and my beacons. And then hopefully I'll be able to finish off the last few pallets and certainly everything else we've got kicking around the village because, yeah, 600 kilograms, it ain't cutting it. Well, I've dropped off the old weight and I've just traded it in for a new one, which is just inside here. So I'm just going to get myself aligned. There you go. We can see it there. I'll pick that up straight away. Not even going to mess around. Not even worrying about the cost. I mean, it's about £1,000 and I made about 500 back on the other one. So 500 quid. Can't complain about that.
Well, that ain't a bad pile there. I've dropped one more. Problem is, I don't think I can get it out. Damn thing fell right in the ravine. I'm hoping I can reach with the JCB here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to strap on a chain and pull the damn thing out. No, this ain't gonna work. I'm too far away. Damn thing's too heavy. I'll try a bit further down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much the dumbest thing I've ever done. What the hell was I thinking? I don't even think I can get the JCB out of there now. My God, I better get this sorted before the YouTube guy gets back. I will never hear the end of this.
Well, you can see they've done a pretty good job actually. They've got a couple on the side, and that makes sense. I can get more on if I do it that way. I don't know why I was going in off the ramp. That was a bit, well, a bit stupid. I suppose I didn't really have the space when I started off down at the greenhouses. Right, what have I got? 4 more to do, 2 packs. I should be able to lift 2 at once now. So let's carefully give that a go. Get myself aligned. This weight is now 1500, I believe. Let's make sure I'm down. Bit too much. Right, here we go. Yeah, I'm just underneath. Okay, if I just lean this back a bit. Right, now we'll see if the weight is enough. I'm going forward again. My goodness, how heavy are these boxes of butter? No, I'm going to have to leave it there. That's just too dangerous. Right, that's a couple on. Let me just see if I can do this. It's so hard to see. I'm really struggling. I can't even see where my forks are. 1 more to do after this. And then I think that's everything that needs collecting. We don't have any other major production chains underway just yet. I think the wood or the planks can stay down at the sawmill because ultimately they're going to be going into the carpentry anyway. Okay, let's get everything strapped on as best as we can. I think that'll be it. That's all done. That's okay. Yeah, a bit precarious, but we'll see. Tractor back on the back, and then we can move on. Blast and brakes. So I'm just going to head up to the store now because I want to pick up some straw, and I think I will drop off the tractor on the way so then I've got the space to stick the straw on. Also need to pick up Dusty with the JCB on the way back, so got to think about this carefully, got to make sure everything stacks the way I want it to. What's the best way? I should be able to go in here actually. Right, I'll go full lock. Should just make it round. Yes, we're in. Watching the trailer. Trailer's good. And then I can just turn down here, drop the tractor off, and we're back where we started with a trailer load of gear.
Well, I managed to get myself out of that sticky situation. Now I just gotta make sure that you and I have an agreement. You better not say nothing to the computer guy. It's our little secret. You understand me? He'll be back along here any minute now. Let's just pretend like everything went nice and easy.
Strappity-roo and strappity-roo. Wow, if you followed the Erlengratt series, I did manage to fill a trailer with, I think it was bales or pallets, I can't remember, at least 5 or 6 high. It was crazy insane. Shan't be doing that again. I have learnt by my mistakes. Okay, I just now need to go and pick up Dusty, and we need to head right the way back to the farm. Well, I wonder how Dusty's been getting on. I'm sure he's done a fine job. He loves forestry, absolutely loves it, and he's actually pretty good at it as well. A master of his craft, you might say. If you consider the amount of times I've made mistakes when I've been doing forestry work, Dusty, on the other hand, is pretty much a perfectionist. So yeah, I reckon he's going to have 3 or 4 trees dropped here. We'll have a load of logs, which we don't need to deal with right away. This was just a job to do in preparation. Ah, there he is. And I can see that he's got the JCB ready to load on the back. I just need to back in. That's a great pile of logs. Top work, Dusty, top work. Alright, buddy, how did you get on? Looks like you got a good pile.
Yeah, I did okay, YouTube guy. No problems whatsoever. Absolutely perfect job. Smooth as you like. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I was telling everyone watching that you're an absolute master craftsman when it comes to forestry. Okay, do you want to load on the JCB then? I just want to head over to that field behind us.
Yeah, I'll get it loaded on right now.
And when I was in the store purchasing the straw, I actually put a deposit down and bought this field, Field 54. Now I didn't check earlier what was in it, but it looks like oilseed radish, which means we'll be able to churn this in and we should be able to put in whatever crop we choose. I think that is definitely going to be a job for next time round.
But I'll drive, computer guy. Hop on board. I want to get back. We still gotta take all that milk down to the dairy.
Okay, I'm going to very quickly get everything off here, but I do need to make a phone call. Dusty says the best thing we can do for the silage is just to hire in a big bin, a big tank, get that loaded up, and then hopefully when we have our first big major sale, we might actually be able to purchase a spreader.
$32,000 liters heading for the dairy.
Metal fork is on, so let's see if I can get this jammed in. These top two, hard to see. Let me just think about that. Oh, I've got one. I was a bit close. Back a bit, up a bit, and in. There we go. There's two there. I think I might chuck these straight in the cows because that's where it's going to need to go. Don't even want to get out and open the doors, so what I'm going to do is come in here, swing, excuse me ladies, and literally dump it over the fence there. Yeah, that'll be okay. Hopefully just drop it off there. Sorted. Right, spin myself around, get into position. This one's going to be a bit trickier because there's one standing on edge and there's one directly in front of me. So I reckon if I get myself about there. What do we feel? Do we feel this is going to go well? Yes, of course it's going to go well. Just watching the fruit and veg fall off the back. No, we're all good. Ah, I tell you what, I may well be a master of a forklift. I'm slightly better with the JCB, but certainly earlier on I realised I'm not quite so good with the front loader. Need to get some more practice with the front loader, that's for sure. Drop her down, tip it over, shake it off a bit, come on. There we go. This last one I'm going to try something just a little bit cheeky. See if I can get up on the ramp here because I want to skewer right on the ends if I can. Let's get that right there. In fact, I'm going to give myself a bit of length. There we go. Got one. Got the other. Now I just need to get back down safely. Look at that. Professional farming, ladies and gentlemen. That's what that is. You are watching a master at work. Those two have gone in. I just want to have a look. This is the best this has ever looked. Completely covered in straw. Happy, happy cows. You girls look like you need a little bit more TMR. We'll deal with that later on. For now, I've got a phone call to make sure all your wee can go somewhere else. Well, I've just come off the phone and I have managed to hire ourselves a new tank to store an extra 55,000 litres of slurry. That's going to be delivered real soon and that'll be here for next time. For now, I'm just looking at the state of our crops just here in our farm garden and they are not looking happy. I think we need to have a look at that. However, I think that's everything wrapped up for today. So next time around, we've got a whole field we need to plough in, to cultivate and to get a crop into. We've got a new slurry tank turning up. Oh, we're going to be busy. Thank you to all our new viewers and new subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you do like the content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. Until next time though, as ever, take care. Bye bye.